Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to my community show. God, that's terrible. No, that's beautiful. I got some beautiful voices. So, anyway, today's a little bit of a different format. I gotta look at the camera, not my face, because I can't. Yeah. Anyway, so today's a little bit of a different format, mostly because I did not record anything last night because I'm a suck. No, not really. Well, I was tired. You gotta give me a little credit. I get sleepy sometimes. It's a human thing. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Anyway, but that's not what's important. What's important today is our topic, which is internet security. Now, I know, probably everybody and their brother has addressed this topic at one point or another, but this comes up because of a story regarding Discord and its inability to keep things secret. You know, private messages, etc. And that leads us to what actually prompted this idea, which was a video that somebody watched or somebody shared with me about how Discord has been doing some bad stuff. I'm going to be covering that more towards the end of the month when I do my gaming news, because Discord technically falls under gaming news because they're a gaming communication site. But that's not what's important. Again, I'm rambling. See, the problem is that a lot of people don't really understand being secure and being safe on the internet, and that is kind of a problem. Now, I am what would be affectionately known as a child of the internet, it didn't exist when I was born, more or less. I mean, it kind of did, but didn't at the same time. It wasn't nearly as openly accessible, and so when I came into it, I got to learn all about the fun stuff that it was related to, i.e. things like chat rooms and stuff. And this brought up the whole thing of internet security. And people fairly regularly violate what are, to me, most common sense things. Now, there are a lot of easy things to do with the internet, to forget, I should say, with the internet. Like, especially you get chit-chatting with your friends, and you know all your friends. They know all you, and things are fine. But what you fail to understand is that you may not be the only one listening. And as such, it creates a problem. Now, like, you use direct voice-to-voice chat. If you talk to somebody, you can lower your volume of your voice and nobody else can hear it. So talking to a person next to you is a very secure, very safe way to chit-chat. When you start branching into other things, i.e. using the phones and using internet chat and whatnot, then you have other things to worry about, i.e. people on the other end of the line listening. You have people who run the sites you have to worry about, people who operate, and yes, even the government, as much of a joke as that is. So that brings up the whole idea of keeping yourself safe. People fairly rarely remember that things as innocuous to you as your name can actually be something that people can use to get things out of you. Things like your name, for instance. I, for one, have used my name on this channel and my other channel, my full name, several times, mostly because I want my name known, because I'm working on getting my book published, and if I have an audience, then at least the audience will know who I am, and my name is more out there. And as such, I have used my name quite often. Unfortunately, for like this topic, that is a bad idea, because you give your name and people know who you are, especially if your full name. Now, first name is one thing. You know, there are about 5 billion Stefans in the world. Probably not, most likely not, but there are a lot of them. And, you know, plus the count the fact that I pronounce it differently than other people would pronounce it, that's fine. Therefore, you look at my name and you hear me say my name, and you might draw two different conclusions, like, oh, his name's Stefan, but he wrote Steven. You get what I'm saying? As such, sharing your full name is where things become problematic. You know, an issue rises up where you give your full name to people. And like I said, talking to your friends, you rarely will ever use your full name to them because they know your name or they don't really care about your name. But of course, then comes the whole issue of talking to people you don't really know. And that is topic number 2. Make sure, just like in real life, don't talk to strangers. Now, I understand that technically everyone on the internet is a stranger to you. You don't know any of these Tom, Dicks, or Harrys out there. You just know them from their username and whatnot. Of course, you spend enough time with them, then the true personality comes out and you learn a lot more about who they are and whether or not you can trust them. Take me, for example. In real life, I'm a 6 foot tall, 270 pound man. I look like I'm upset every time you see me, and, you know, the beard doesn't help. I generally look like what somebody would think of as a danger. And perfectly honest, I'm accepting that. It's going to take a little while to fully accept it, but I am accepting that. I am a big man. I am very intimidating. And generally, you would not associate with me if you didn't know who I was. Or if I didn't approach you first. And online, I could literally be anybody. If you know me from just my screen name, StepsBasic, then StepsBasic could be anybody. Now, of course, profile pictures help, but again, anybody. I could have my profile picture just be Naruto. And for all you know, I'm StepsBasic Naruto, and you don't even know. I mean, granted, I'm not an anime character. Kawaii! That's why, while I won't fully say don't completely not talk to strangers on the internet because, well, quite frankly, that's impossible. I will say be careful. And that's what this whole topic is about. You do not share your full name. Definitely don't share your address. Important numbers, your social security number, your phone number, etc. Do not share those because you don't know who they are. Even me. I'm a dad. I'm a well-respected member of my community. I treat people respectfully and nicely. But if you first meet me, don't tell me all your important, crucial details because I don't need to know them. And I don't want you to put me or yourself into a position where you could be taken advantage of. And, of course, I say that about myself, but that is a blanket statement to all YouTubers. You may feel like you know them from their videos, but you don't know them. Even if they're sweethearts online, they could be jerks in real life. Even if their persona comes through, and we talked about that before, as one of the nicest people in the world, you got to look at them and you're gonna see that person that you know, but remember, you don't know them. Jacksepticeye, he may not be the person he pretends to be online, although, quite frankly, I think he is. But I still say don't put him in any sort of position where he could be in danger, or yourself. And that's what that comes down to. Those are the big key important informations that you don't want to share, but there are a few other things that you may not even realize. Like, you know, your favorites, your favorite color, first pet, your mother's maiden name. These are all like phishing questions that people will try to get you with. And to be perfectly honest, things like Facebook and whatnot kind of make that a lot easier to accidentally give. You know, they give you all these little quizzes and questionnaires and whatnot that ask you questions like, oh, what's your favorite color? Oh, what's your favorite food type? What was the name of your first pet? Now, what's the last 3 numbers on the back of your card there? Yeah. And see, that's how they get you. You don't even realize what you're doing, except for the credit card part. Of course, that was just a joke. But you don't even realize what you're doing until it's too late. Those quizzes, dangerous. Got to be careful what they ask. And, of course, you know, they know who you are on Facebook. They can follow you to your mother's Facebook page, if she has one, and they can get information there, too. That's why it's very, very, very important to be careful. Now, your pages, your pages on Facebook, etc., are your pages. You make them how you want. You don't have to share any information that you don't want to share. And people often forget this because Facebook has prompted me several times, hey, what's your phone number just in case you get locked out of your account? And I'm like, I don't want you to have my phone number. I don't know you. I don't know you like that, Facebook. You and me ain't tight. We ain't cool, boo. I'm playing with things here while I'm spot. Look at this. These are little shrinky dinks. I have to shrinky dink them. I don't know how, though. But sorry, that's off topic. And then, of course, you get the innocuous person who just shows up and starts chit-chatting with you, and you don't even realize it. Like, you're on Discord, which is what prompted the idea of this video anyway. You're on Discord, and you're chit-chatting with, say, your best friend. Well, not your best friend, maybe. And you want to show them this really cool picture you got of yourself, like, outside your house. Like, oh, look at this picture. Let me take a selfie, etc. And you send it to your friend, and to you, it's just a picture of you. You've got a picture of your beautiful face, your long flowing locks, and your beard going on, and your new little eye tattoo, etc. And new little eye tattoo. And so to you, that's what you think it is. And that's what your friend sees. Because neither of you are looking for anything else in that picture. But the people that Discord sells to, or Discord themselves, are looking at the picture. They see your house. They see your car. They see your address. And they can use that and compile it with other information that you have innocuously provided, i.e., I live in Hampton, so this is my house in Hampton, and that's where my car is. That's what my car looks like. Maybe you see the license plate. Now they know exactly where you live. And it's that easy. To use a story from another YouTuber as an example, oh, this guy over here, I'm looking at a mirror here. This guy over here, Jacksepticeye, was talking about it, how he had made the joke that if he finished, I think it was he finished a game or beat a level or something, that somebody had to send him a cake. And that was a joke. Very obviously a joke. And then he goes, and one day he gets a knock at the door, and somebody delivers him a cake because the viewer extrapolated his address from his walking path. They saw something in the background and recognized it. And they just extrapolated from there. And that is just how easy it is sometimes. Now, of course, your average layperson, much like myself, I'm not going to be able to figure out where you live just from a picture of your neighborhood. Mostly because I don't want to. I don't care. I'm not trying to get one over on you, and I'm not trying to send you cake. But that just goes to show you just how easy it is and how dangerous it is to share stuff that you may think completely innocuous. And that's what this whole video is about. You know, be careful what you say, who you say it to, and where you say it. With the revelation of Discord selling people's information, you know, they may say, oh, I'm just doing this for advertiser purposes. But who are they selling it to? Advertisers? Sure. That's a pretty broad blanket statement. What are these advertisers selling? And, you know, Facebook, much the same way. And Twitter, I'm pretty sure they've got their fingers in some pot somewhere, because I've gotten ads on there that I didn't think anyone was going to know I was going to be interested in. But I can't say for sure, because Twitter hasn't been uncovered to have done that yet. Of course, you know, my likes and dislikes are one thing. My phone number, my address, my shoe size, those are completely different. I don't want to see anything like that. And I want that to go to you all as well. To you all as well. To remember to stay safe and to protect yourself, because there are predators out there of every kind. Whether they're just after your money or your body, they're out there, and you have to protect yourself because nobody else is going to do it. Quite frankly, that's common sense to me. Don't trust anybody, because always going to have somebody trying to get something over on you. On the other hand, I do have close friends that I do trust, so there you go. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, so that was a big, long, rambly rant about protecting yourself online, but the same applies to real life. Be careful who you trust, who you're with, etc. But for the purpose of this video, there you go. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's long rambly rant. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go and poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, make sure to leave your comments down in the comment section down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can. You know all that jazz. And tune in next time for another topic at another time. And until then, night.